Jay Johnson, as general counsel at the Pentagon, worked with Harold Koh, who was the State Department's senior lawyer working on counterterrorism issues. And the two of them would be asked to sign off on each strike, on each drone strike. They would review the intelligence, and then they would sign off on it. And so, President Obama has these lawyers that he brought in to be part of these operations, and it goes into this the notion of the banality of evil. That when you create a process, the disposition matrix they now call it, where you have an algorithm for determining when someone should be killed or captured, and you're bringing in lawyers who had respect before they were in power in the human rights community, and you're asking them to sign off on these operations, people in power start to believe that they are sort of St. Augustine, and that they are the sort of bearers of the just war. And I think that really became a pervasive view within this administration. And I think both Jay Johnson and Harold Koh convinced themselves when they were there that they were the good guys in all of this. And I mean, when I talk to people that served in that administration on the kill program, as I did recently, and asked them, I went to the ground and filmed the missile parts of these things that you guys signed off on. And I have cell phone video that was taken from the scene that day of like limbs of children being pulled out of this. What do you say to that? Oh, that didn't happen. That was an al-Qaeda camp. They're in total denial about what they've done. I've spent more time in Yemen than President Obama. And I don't think that they're in touch with the reality of what their missile strikes are actually doing on the ground. They believe the CIA reports taken from their satellite imagery that, oh, it was only 1 or 2 civilians that were killed. Everyone else was al-Qaeda. There are so many cases, well-documented cases that we have of civilians being killed. But it's a machine now. It's this sort of, there's all these cogs in it, and one doesn't know one doesn't know the other's function. And it's very easy to just say, well, we've crossed all the T's and dotted all the I's here, and this is a perfectly legitimate strike, and then you move on to the next one. And I think Jay Johnson was a part of a lot of really dirty stuff that was going on in this administration, and then they whitewashed it all in public and said, oh, it's a more clean war.